So tonight it's all about this lovely warrior goddess called Durga. So you can see my picture here. She is a beautiful goddess that's riding a lion or a tiger. It's depicted as a tiger. Different pictures, different vehicles, but the same message really. So the lion denotes courage and power, will and determination. So I picked Durga because Durga is a really good goddess to help us through anxiety related towards our pregnancy. And it makes us feel if we need a bit more empowerment. So if you're feeling really low energy, we always think about this lady here to give us more power and more energy to help get us through the labour. Some people actually take images of strong women into their labour with them. So this is not the one that I took in, but yeah, it's quite a nice idea. And then you could do your rectangular breathing, you see, around this picture. So it's actually quite good. And then you can do your incantation to the goddess. So it's actually quite a nice idea in labour to have a picture or something of something strong that will help get you through the labour and beyond. So we're going to do an ode to Durga tonight. So the whole class, we're going to look at a goddess flow. So we'll start on our balls. So I'll just plug you into my main webcam. So bear with. Onto your balls. Just sitting upright if you can, taking the feet about, especially if you've got any round ligament pain at all, make sure that the feet are underneath the knees, just so you've got a little bit more space in the round ligaments, particularly for you, Elena. And then just start to move. Just before we do any breathing, let's just get rid of all that tension that could manifest in the sacrum. So just moving forwards and backwards on your balls. So you're just coming to the center of your balls to start with, and moving forwards, just gently forwards and backwards. Take the sitting bones back so you've got nice straight legs, and then moving through. So you're tucking the pubic bone gently under on the way forward. So just a little bit of pelvic tilts to start, okay, just to open up the sacrum. That's good. Well done, everyone. Brilliant. Okay, then from here, just coming forwards on the balls, so the knees are nice and parallel with the ball. And just start to work into the feet. So lifting up the tips of the toes and really spacing them out to get lovely air between the toes. And look at your toes and say hi. And then dropping the little toe and then each toe down. So you get more space in your toes. So the more firmly grounded, the more space we have in our toes, the more grounding we can get through the feet. And then just lifting up the heels. So the feet are the access to the pelvic floor. So trying to feed in, and the pelvic floor is our source of vitality, and it gives us our power as well to a certain degree. So we'll be working into that first. So let's access the pelvic floor through the ankle joints. So just smoothly gliding. You can tilt the pelvis as you lift, and then send the pelvis back as you lift the toes. So lifting the heels, tucking the pelvis, and then taking back and lifting the toes. Lovely. And just one more. Lifting, tucking, toes, set the sit bones back. Cool. And then just coming down and have a little wiggle from side to side. Your sit bones, wiggle from side to side. Lovely. And then that's a mudra. So mudra, an energetic connection to the area of our body we want to get to or access. So we're taking yoni mudra. Now yoni means womb, and you can see the triangle is the shape of the womb. So just bringing it in between the legs so the fingers are pointing towards your perineal muscles. Have the feet a little bit wider if you can, just so they're about shoulder width apart now. So from here, let's get nice and tall on our ball. Roll the shoulders down. So we've got space in the chest here. Allow the shoulders to come away from the ears. So really think about bringing the shoulders down. And then just start to take the chin slightly towards the chest and close your eyes. And then allow the breath to come into the body through the feet. So take the breath up from the ground, all the way up the pelvic floor, all filling all the way up to the crown. And then as you exhale, just allow that energy to come out and just sigh out your energy. So you'll sigh it out with a nice hard breath. So we inhale from the feet up to the crown. We exhale from the crown down to the feet. So it's like you're sighing out your tension. And one more here. Inhale up. Exhale, sigh out. And then just interlacing, keeping the triangle, the index fingers and thumbs touching, interlace the other fingers. So you've got the index fingers and thumbs prominent. And so you create the cervix. This is kind of a tangible aid for the cervix. So from here, we're going to think about pelvic floor awareness. So using the fingers is a really good guide because obviously it's really difficult to feel the pelvic floor lift when you've got a baby weighing down on your pelvic floor. So this is a great aid. So from here, I want you to open your index fingers and allow the energy just to come up to the pelvic floor. So we inhale to the pelvic floor and then we seal the fingers together and we lift. You can even use the fingers, you can lift the index fingers up in towards the thumbs as you draw the pelvic floor up and you get the energy up to the crown. And then as you exhale, release the fingers and sigh out the breath. Imagine that force pushing baby's head down. And then repeat. So we inhale, we seal the fingers, we lift the pelvic floor, the side walls of the vagina in and up. You can even press the front part of the index fingers together. And then we exhale with a sigh as we release. And then repeat the 5. Inhale. Exhale. And think about taking energy up into the crown, into the baby. Sealing that energy in. And then letting it go. So really good release. 2 more. Inhale, press the fingertips, lift. And let go. 1 more. Inhale, lift the pelvic floor. Seal the fingers. Exhale, release and let go. And then just take the hands up to the heart now. So let's think about giving you more space, Al, in your upper body. So from here, just take the right hand on top of the left hand, so your back of the palms touch. So we're coming to what we call Dhurga mudra, so the goddess of war. So interlace your index fingers. So if I come up to the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So interlace your index fingers, your middle fingers, and your little finger. So you've got the forefinger and the thumb free. Hello. And then bring the forefinger or the ring finger down to touch the thumb. So it looks a bit like that. And this is called Abhaya Hridaya mudra, or the fearless heart seal. And we bring it to the base of our sternum to give us strength, to give us power. So we bring it here and we just take a deep breath in and we feel this decompression across the chest. So inhaling. You feel probably you could take a deeper inhale now with this position and exhale, release through the mouth. And just do 2 breaths here because it is quite good for the carpal tunnel. Inhale. Exhale. And one last one. Inhale. And just think, for the next inhale, I want you to set yourself a mantra, I am strong, as you breathe in. So breathe in strength. And as you breathe out, release weakness. And then take your hands together in prayer at the heart. So then for the next one, I am open. So we're going to open up the fingers. On the inhale, raise them above our head. And on the exhale, turn the palms and release down. Use the heel of the hand and soften the elbows as you come down. A little bit of circling, and then we take it to the heart. So linking breath with movement. So this is a hypno breathing immersion as well. So we inhale, we take that Padma mudra up. We exhale, we push down with the heel and the elbow. And it really gets into our shoulders and it opens the heart. So think about the incantation, I am open as you lift. I am spacious as you exhale. Should feel really good in the chest. Lovely. One last one. Inhaling up. I am open. I am spacious. Fabulous. Take the hands onto the thighs. Let's do our goddess flow on the ball. So come forwards now on the ball. So if you have round ligament pain, you may want to make it a little less wide between the knees, just to not come into the round ligament too much. See how it feels. Take the hands onto the tops of the legs now. And all we're going to do is we're just going to do a little bit of coming in. So you might need to take it a bit wider, coming into the right leg, taking it back to straight legs, coming into the left leg. So we're starting to open the shoulders. Inhaling, exhaling, forwards, inhaling, exhaling. We'll just do it 2 more times each side. Really good to open the hips, open the hamstrings. Here, lovely hamstring, nice stretch in the psoas here. Yeah, so you feel it a little bit opening. Lovely. When you next come to the right side, bring the right elbow onto that leg and just start to come into a side stretch, lifting. So you're sweeping the cobwebs of anxiety out the way. Lovely. And then just take the elbow down and back. So we inhale, we sweep away, we hold. We exhale, we release down. Brilliant. One last one. Inhale, sweeping away. Lovely. And taking it back. Push back to straight legs. Come to the other side. Repeat. Bring the elbow down, left elbow this time. And then take the left arm forwards and then sweep up the elbow to the highest point and then let it go. Lovely. Two more. Inhaling, exhaling. One more. Inhale, exhale. Brilliant. And then come back to straight legs. Lovely. And then come forward. So you're in a lovely goddess squat position. Turn the toes out. If you have round ligament pain, I do recommend you bring the toes pointing forwards. Okay. So you're in more of a position like this. So it's not going to encroach too much on the round ligaments. Okay. And then from here, coming into a sassy goddess. So a sassy goddess looks like this. So we come to one side, we bring that shoulder into the center, we do a little twist, and then we come back to goddess and we repeat the other side. So bringing it across, bring the shoulder in, and you can look over the shoulder if you want. So you've got a nice straight arm, and then just a couple more each side. So sassy goddess, give me a bit of sass with the shoulder. So sassy goddess. Lovely, really good for the upper body as well. Lovely, one last one each side. Lovely. One last side. So really press that shoulder into the center. Lovely. And then come up and come into that lovely stretch. The arms up and create the index finger and thumb to connect. And then draw the elbows down so they're parallel with the floor. Lovely. And then just do a little twist to the left or to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist the other side. Lovely. Inhale to center. Lovely. And then just bringing your hands to the floor. You might need to walk the feet a little bit closer. And then gently come towards the floor. So just gently let the ball go. So you're in a little squat position. If you have a blanket, bring the blanket, or if you've got carpet, that should suffice. Under the knees. Have the hands coming into the lovely, we're going to do, I call this one, this is going to be, it is sweeping cat, but we're going to call it rising snake. Only because we're going to do something with the breathing. Okay, So with the breathing for this one, we're going to bring the tongue behind the top teeth, and we're going to suck in the air like this. So we're going to press the toes into the floor. So we suck it in. And then as we exhale, we sigh out as we draw the baby in and up slightly, and we press the floor away, and we sigh the breath out as we bring the knees a little bit wider, and we take the bottom to the heels. And then we drop the elbows to the floor, and then we bring and we suck the air through the teeth towards the thumbs, and then we press up into a little cobra. Lovely. And then we repeat. Exhale, push the floor away. Come back with a ha breath. Inhale, suck the air through the teeth. And then repeat. One last one. Lovely. And then come to a flat back now, and have the knees so they are underneath the hips. You might need your blanket, as I said, under your knees. And we're going to come, because Dhurga rides a tiger. Okay, so we'll come to tiger pose. So curl the toes, actually point the toes now, have a little tap of the feet. So this is a really good way of getting energy quickly into the body if you're feeling a bit tired. And you could also, with the wrists, it's quite nice to turn the hands out to the sides and just bring some weight into the right hand and then the left hand. And then if you can, turn the hand all the way, the left hand all the way towards your left knee. And then again, you can just do a little bit of forward, backward movement just to open up the carpal tunnel. Lovely, good stuff. Okay, and then just shake out that hand and bring it down. And then repeat it with this hand. So the right hand now comes back. So the middle finger's pointing towards the right knee. It might feel a bit awkward, but it's really good to open up the carpal tunnel and then come forwards. It might be easier to release it, and then back. Forwards and back, and then shake it out. And then come to the right leg. Stretch the right leg into a hamstring stretch. And as you stretch, draw the belly in, the pubic bone slightly up towards the baby. Okay, and then from here, really press that back heel towards a wall. And then you're lifting up that leg to get length in the side, and you're drawing the heel towards the glute. And keep the foot in flexion. And then all we're going to do is, as you exhale, you're going to draw the knee towards the right elbow. And then inhale, press it back, kick it up to the sky, lift the heart. Exhale, draw baby in slightly as you draw the right knee towards the right elbow. And then come back, inhale, press the heel up to the sky. Lovely. One last one, and then gently drawing the knee towards the elbow. That's it. And then stretch it back into the hamstring stretch. Lovely. And then drop that knee down. Come up to high kneeling and shake out your wrists. Yes, get rid of all that tension that manifests. You might want to do a little bit of flashlights and then some wrapping the fingers in just to open up the fingers. Lovely. You might want to start with the thumb. Just try it a different way, just for neurological reasons. And then come down to the floor again. And let's do the other leg. So pressing the toes into the floor, pressing the floor away, come into the left foot. So stretch the left hamstring and really press that heel away against an imaginary wall. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, lift that leg. Try and keep the flashlights of the hips level. And then bring the heel towards the buttock cheek. Lovely. And then as you exhale, drawing the knee towards the elbow. Inhale up, chest lifts, exhale, knee to elbow. One last one, inhaling up, exhale, knee to elbow. And then take it out into a hamstring stretch. Press into the heel, and then drop the knee to the floor. Come up to high kneeling, shake out your hands. Good. Let's take it a bit further. Let's come to the lunge. So taking your right leg back into extension, and then draw a big arc. If you've got round ligament pain, it might be a smaller arc. You might want to just narrow the gap between the heel and the knee. Otherwise, take the foot a little bit further forward so it's on the outside of your right wrist. So Elena, it might be halfway between the right wrist and the left knee. And then you can do some little circling, and you can start to circle forwards and then come back towards the heel. So this is a little bit getting into the round ligament a little bit more, okay? Otherwise, you can come into the lunge. So coming into the lunge, you start to bring that psoas into a lovely opening here. And you can come to fists here as well, so you can start to lift up the chest, checking the ankle is just onto the knee or slightly forwards, if you can see here, of my knee, yeah? And then from here, inhale, open. Exhale, start to draw the heel, the bottom back towards the heels. You can start to lift the toes. Lovely. So coming into a rocking lunge, inhale forwards, or, and then you can come into a little bit of a circling one if that feels better for your round ligament. Okay, just see how it feels. Okay, inhaling forwards, exhaling, coming back into that hamstring stretch. One last one, inhaling, connect it with your breath. So the breath links your emotion with the action to gain intelligence. So that's what we're trying to do, get self-awareness of where we're storing tension, so we can release that tension. Lovely. Okay, and then from here, coming forwards, bring one hand, so even if you're a bit out to the side, Elena, that's fine, just bring the right hand to that right knee or thigh, and then bring the left hand on top and just slowly come up into a lunge. And this is where you feel the stretch here a little bit more. It's a little bit more intense. So all I want you to do is lean forwards, push an imaginary window closed. And as you exhale, create this and draw the elbows in as you look up to the skylight. So we inhale, we close the window, we open the heart. We close the window, we open the heart. One more, close the window, open the heart. And then drop the hands either side of the, on the inside of the front foot, and just take your bottom back a little bit, have a little wiggle, and then take that foot back. Oops, lovely. And then from here, wiggling out a little bit, have the toes pressing into the floor, and then take the left leg back. Hamstring stretch. Again, press the floor away, press the imaginary wall behind the heel, and then take the step forwards. It's really important that you stretch out before you step forwards. And then you might need to walk it a little bit further forwards, coming to fists, and then on the inhale, sinking in, on the exhale, pressing back. Lovely. Just go with the flow of your breath, even if it's just circling here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You might want to take the fists. Lovely. So Elena, this might be a good option. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so coming into that lovely hamstring, really good. The hamstring is the meridian of fear. So if you have any anxiety, this helps to release this. It's also great to open the pelvic diameters for birth. Great for first stage and second stage labours. Okay, and then from here, just come up, so the bottom, have a little wiggle of the bottom. Take the left hand onto the thigh, right hand onto the thigh, and gently come up. Keep pressing that thigh away, so really get connection, so you connect your core a little bit. Lovely. And then again, press away, inhale, push the window shut, exhale, open the skylight. Inhale the window, exhale, inhale, exhale. Lovely, one last one, inhale, exhale. Great. Bring the hands on the inside, lovely, and take the left foot back, lovely, and have a little sway forwards and backwards. Curl the toes under, have a little sway, keep swaying it out, shake it out, have a little wobble. Remember what we did in the couples workshop? Have a little shake of the booty, and then take the hands towards the knees. Roll over the feet, take the blanket out the way, and come to stand. Okay. So just coming to a warrior sequence before we do the goddess flow. So kind of doing what we did earlier on the floor, now with a higher lunge. Okay. So Elena, if it feels a bit too much, take it just a little step like this, and it might just be that you come onto the back of the heel and then you press back. So you're just doing a little variation of warrior, yeah? And we are going to come into a little bit of a forward bend as well with your hands on your back. So just watch for a moment. You can bring the hand to the thigh, and then you can just open up this way, and then you can take it to the other side and open up that way, just so you're getting symmetry in the ligaments. Okay, otherwise, if you want to, if you have got ground ligament pain, don't do the balance, okay, but just see how it goes. You might just want to bring the foot up like this, okay? So you can start to open it, Elena, a little bit as well. So just start to do a few rotations. Otherwise, you can take hold of your knee. So it's a balance. So the key to balance is your big toe, okay? So big toe, really plant that left big toe, have soft knees, and then just start to draw the inner hips in as you lift, okay? So you're holding the hamstring underneath the leg, and then you're opening up the leg, and you're taking a step, quite a big step forwards if you can. Lovely. And make sure the hands are on the hips, so Elena can join us now, and then come up onto the ball of the back foot and sink deeper into that front knee, and press the heel. You might want to walk the foot a little bit wider to give you the hips facing the front of the mat. Lovely. And then we're going to do exactly what we did before. So on the exhale, push the hands forwards, and on the inhale, soften that knee in as you bring the elbows in towards the side ribs. So we exhale, we inhale. Exhale, inhale. One last one. Exhale, inhale. Lovely. And then from here, step the back foot forwards a little bit, so you've got less of a gap between the feet. Make sure the feet are on railroad tracks, so there's quite a lot of distance between the feet. So the feet are like this, yeah? So you've got a lot more distance between the feet than the hips. Okay, and then from here, just take, so you've got straight legs, take the hands onto the sacrum, press the sacrum back so you get length down this back leg, and then start to fold forwards. Keep opening the chest. So you're folding, keep drawing the hips in. You might want to have the hands on the hips, and then bring the hands onto the front thigh and just press gently that thigh back. So you've got a nice, lovely stretch. It's almost like a triangle pose, but it's a forward triangle. So we call it Padottanasana. And then take the right hand forwards, reach it forwards. So the same side arm as leg, and then bring that hand onto the sacrum. And then just start to twist. So you're drawing this left hip in towards the right hip as you bring the hand onto the outside, the left hand onto the outside of the thigh, and just twist gently to that side. So it's just a very gentle, so you've got a really good hamstring and a gentle rotation. Lovely. And then gently coming into a bend into that front knee and step the foot forwards. Lovely. Repeat the other side. When you're ready, big toe balance. So find that big toe, space the toes, lift up the leg, hold the hamstring. Finally, you might need to soften this knee and then extend and step. Lovely. Take it a bit wider. Remember, Elena, you can take it a bit softer and you can do a little rotation to get into the ligaments. And otherwise, from here, come onto the ball of the back foot, sink into the front knee. Lovely. Hands on the hips, they're both facing forward. Press that heel back as you sink in to the front knee. And then press that window shut. Exhale. Inhale, dip the knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lovely. Exhale. Inhale. Lovely. Well done. And then from there, just bring that foot slightly forwards. So you've got that space between the legs. Bring the hands to the sacrum. Press back to get length in the spine. And take the sit bones way back, way back, way back. And then bring the right hand onto the thigh, and the left hand on top. Push back, see if you can get a little bit lower, so you've got a nice parallel spine to floor. And then take that left hand onto the sacrum, and then squeeze, so you're squeezing this right inner thigh in towards the left inner thigh. So squeezing and then just opening up to the side. Lovely. Beautiful, well done. Breathe. Really good, strong legs. And then bending in to that front knee, come onto the ball of the back foot and step forwards. Well done. Fabulous. And then just take a softness in the knees, have a little sway, shake out the arms, wobble like jelly, let it all go. Just let it all go. And then come to your length of mat now. Take the feet a little bit, actually let's come to the side of our mats just follow me, follow my lead, just mirror what I do, okay? So soft knees, have a little sway, just find the balance in your feet, okay? And all we're going to do is we're going to take the left foot over the right foot. And then you can feel the, what we call the abductor, so the drawing together, the adductor, sorry, adding together, drawing together muscles, squeezing in. And then just reach your arms up. If you can, grab hold of the left wrist and just take it into a little side bend. You might want to bring one hand down and just have an elbow like this. So nice side stretch, keep pressing this hip in to get more length in this side. Lovely. And then from there, just start to bring the arms down, but to parallel to the floor with soft elbows. Bend that right leg, so you're opening out, so you can come onto the tip. So this is a shepherd's pose in yoga. And then you can start to bend that right knee, you can start to lift up a little bit and come into Shiva. So Dhurga, who's riding that tiger, is in Shiva pose. So in Shiva pose, we've got our knee, our foot is just on top of the knee joint, and we're creating what we call yana, or chin, is chin mudra, it's up, okay? And then from here, inhale, lift the arms as you open the leg out to the side, step the leg wide, turn the toes out towards the edges of the mat, reach up and touch the hands. So inhaling up. As we exhale, we bend the knees and we draw the elbows parallel to the floor. We inhale to touch. We exhale to parallel. This time we do it with lion's breath. So we inhale, we touch. We exhale, tongue towards chin. We look toward our eyebrow center and we roar. So we do a ha. We inhale to touch. We exhale to roar. Ha. Taking your tailbone down. That's it. Inhale one last time. Exhale to roar. Ha. And then stay here. Take Yana Mudra, Chin Mudra, and do a little twist to the right. Inhale to center. Twist to the left. Bring the hands onto the thighs. Come into Sassi, so we're straightening that right leg. That right shoulder comes into the center. We bend into the left knee. And then we come back into Goddess. We straighten the other side and we bring that shoulder into the center. Lovely. And just do it a couple more times. Sassy Goddess. Inhale, really good. Exhale. Lovely, inhale. And then from here, turn the toes so they're facing forwards. Take the hands on the thighs and just start to fold forwards. And you may want a block or something to hold your hands on, or you can just come all the way down towards the floor. So inversions calm the brain. So think about the brain energy, all that energy just seeping out through the crown. Lovely. And then you might want to have a little sway from side to side, just to ease out any tension in the hip points. Lovely. And then from here, bring the hands back on to the hips or thighs. Press the inner crease of the hip points away as you come gently up to stand. And then just take the foot the other side. And just repeating what we did the other side. So this time we take the right leg on top of the left leg. We stretch the arms up and we collect that right wrist and we come into a side bend. Or you can take, just mirror my movement. So if you're doing it on the left side, so you might want to grab the left wrist. Yeah. And just feel that stretch down the whole side body. Lovely. And then from here, just bringing the arms down. So they're kind of in a very soft, and then you can start to bring the foot up and have a bend in the knee, and you can take chin mudra. Balance, and then stretch out, lift the arms up, turn the toes out, bring the hands to touch. Lion's breath for free, bending the knees and roar. Inhale up, you can look towards the hands. Exhale. One last one, really empowering. And last one. Index fingers to touch, twist to the left first. Inhale to center, twist to the right. Inhale to center, hands on thighs. Start to come into that left leg, sassy gotta. And come back, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last one. Lovely. And then from here, bend your knees and come towards the floor. Turn the toes in so the feet are parallel. And then just from here, you might want to bring the hands, if your round ligament's a bit tight, take it a bit shorter. So you're just in a lovely forward bend. You can have the elbows gently resting on the knees if that's enough, if you feel a bit dizzy, or you can come down a little bit further. Lovely. And then from here, bending the knees and coming into a squat, and then taking your hands behind you and gently coming to the floor. Now, this is where you need a bit of wall or a couch or something to hold your ball in place. So find a wall or something at the wall. Have a little rock, you might need a cushion or a block, and just bring the blocks, if you've got a couple of blocks, you might want to bring them together and just come and sit on them for about a minute or so, like that. So you should find that the ball is quite keeping your spine nice and upright. So when you lean back into it, you're still nice and straight in your spine. Okay. Lovely. And then from here, just take the feet, so the feet are parallel to the hips. So we're just going to do a little bit of work into the side. So if you have round ligament pain, don't go further than this. Keep the outer edge. So you're just lifting the toes off the floor. Otherwise, you can start to take this right leg down a little bit further. The knee towards the floor, and then coming back up. So it's just a gentle hip opener, and then we take it to the other side. Lovely. And then back. And then see if you can do it together. It might not be very fast. So Elena, just listen to your body. If it really hurts, probably just, you could do a little bit of pelvic tilting, pressing into the ball, and then coming up. Inhale, exhale, pressing into the ball. Inhale, that's quite nice. Little pelvic tilts. Pelvic rocking is really good for pregnancy. But this movement is really good to get into the pelvis, which is where we're going to explore a lot more next week. So inhaling together, exhaling apart. Keep the feet quite a distance apart. That's it. Lovely. And then see if you can take the feet together. But obviously just go with caution if it feels a little bit tight. And just have a little bit of a play. Just have a little bit of a wiggle. Lovely. And then from here, you might want to move onto one butt cheek. Move the cushion forwards a little bit, and then move the other cushion forwards a little bit, and then press into the hands and come into, so you might want to have the feet like this. Coming into our position for breathing to start with, and a bit of relaxation. So we're doing a bit of a Ujjayi warrior breath here. So finding a relaxing position, whether it's feet together, you might want to think about having some support for the thighs here. So a rolled up blanket under both legs is quite nice, or a cushion. If that's impossible, especially if you've got round ligament pain, probably I advise you not to do that. Have the knees parallel to the hips, okay? And then if you wish, you can have a blanket And just gentle roll of the blanket and pop it gently behind the head. So you've got a bit of support. You can start to think about the ball. You might want to lift the hips and go a little bit further back to find a good position for resting. Okay, let's start with Ujjayi breathing. So start to soften the muscles around the eyes and start to bring the eyes to close. And I like to think of Ujjayi breathing or warrior breathing or conqueror breath, I think they call it, like the ocean. So as you breathe in, imagine you can hear that sibilant sound, a slight closure of the glottis. So you hear the sound of your inhale being dragged over the vocal cords. And as you exhale, that keeping the lips sealed, that downward pressure. So we inhale, filling the lungs, filling the collarbones, we exhale. So Ujjayi is a mildly heating breath, very, very good for pregnancy. So you hear the sound of your breath to carry you through the waves of labour. So as you breathe here, it's quite good to visualise your body as a boat and your breath as the waves. So with the breath, visualise that you are setting sail across an ocean to uncharted territory, somewhere you haven't been before. And start to use your breathing. So we inhale as the wave gently jostles the side of the boat. Breathe into that wave. And as we exhale, hear that wave gently pressing away. So you're pushing the wave away with your breath. And just imagine that the tips of your toes are gently dangling out of the boat into the ocean. And feeling that cooling energy of the wave. As you breathe in, allow the wave to gently penetrate your ankle, coming up towards your knee. And then use your breath, your Ujjayi breathing, to gently push it back. So gentle. Inhaling. Allow that wave to come up further. Up the body. Exhale, push that wave down. So as it comes up to your hips, you've got to push it further down the body and out through the toes. And as you breathe in, taking the energy now from the toes, as the wave comes up now to your baby in your belly. And you feel that cooling energy in the navel. And as you exhale, breathe it out. You've got further to go, so allow the breath to be further. Take it out through the thighs, the knees, the the shins, the feet, and into the ocean. And then take that wave as it hits, breathe in, take it up towards the heart. And as you breathe out, release that wave. Use your breath to push it back further and further down to the hips, down to the knees, and out through the toes. And allowing the breath to come up from the toes, all the way to the throat, the notch between the collarbones. And as you exhale, allow that cooling energy to gently dissolve down and out through the feet into the ocean beyond. And then with the next in-breath, allow the wave to come all the way up towards the crown. So you feel like you're suspended on this wave, floating. And as you exhale, gently release the breath down the whole body, from crown to toes. And just feel as you breathe out that wave, feel the support beneath you, and be grateful for that support. And then just continue that twice more, inhaling up to the crown, exhaling down. And as you inhale strength. Think of Dhurga, strong and beautiful. Take that beauty and strength into your body. And as you exhale, release weakness and darkness and ugliness. Release the shadows that stretch across sometimes. And take in that lightness of the heart as you breathe in. That knowledge that you have support. Exhale, release fear, anxiety, and negative energy. Breathe in. I am a goddess. As you breathe in. And as you breathe out, get rid of all that negative. Get rid of your demons. And just know this, Dhurga is the deity to help release fear, anxiety, and tension. She is your protector through pregnancy. Just allow the breath to return to normal. And just keep going in your mind. I am strong. I am brave. I am a goddess. And then just when you're ready, bring your hands onto your heart space. And just know that if you do feel anxious or overwhelmed, come here to your inner Dhurga. Breathe into this space. Exhale with a sigh. And then very gently, if your legs are open, take a hand underneath each leg and draw it to close. And then very gently bring the hands beside the hips, get long in your spine and start to come away from your ball. And bring your legs into a cross-legged position just to release the hips. That's an easy pose. And then we bring our hands to our heart and we bow to our inner Dhurga. Om Dhurgaye Namaha. I bow to the protector within. Thank you, everybody.